That's why I'm buying airtime, paying school bills, and sending money. Making payments is one less thing to worry about with QuickTeller. Visit QuickTeller.com and download the mobile app to get started. QuickTeller. Everyday payments made easy.
You know, as a business executive, there are so many things to worry about.
The presentation is tomorrow, and we have to work late tonight.
The radiator has spoiled too, and it has spoiled the compressor and carburetor.
How will you get married? You're not getting any younger.
Babe, are you adding me? And the last thing I want to be worrying about is making payments. That's why I use QuickTeller for paying bills, sending money, buying airtime, and more.
Making payments is one less thing to worry about with QuickTeller. Visit QuickTeller.com and download the mobile app to get started.
Alrighty. Studio.
With critical focus.
And a good morning to you once more, Lagos. You're tuned in and listening to Smooth 98.1. Welcome inside of Business Express for a Tech Friday. In the studio, as usual, we've got Rotus. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Folu. Welcome back, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Nice to be back. And we have Fisayo, as usual. Good morning, Fisayo. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Lagos.
Excellent stuff. Lagos are streaming up on YouTube. Do remember, all you have to do is go to youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. And of course, tweet at us. Just use the hashtag Business Express 981. We'll see your tweets and we'll read them out on the airwaves, or you can send us messages to the YouTube channel as well, depending on how you feel, or to our WhatsApp number, which is 0809 444 0981. And last but certainly not least, we also have Taiwo, who's joining us this morning, and it's always fantastic to have him around here on a Tech Friday. Taiwo, how you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good morning, Lagos.
Excellent, great to have you here. All right, Rotus, over to you, please.
Thank you. So the market was down by 0.09%. So far this year, we're up by 6.7%. We had 20 gainers, 23 losers, 362 naira to the dollar is where we're at. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm showing Taiwo and Fisayo this funny video from the hearing, the Mark Zuckerberg's hearing with Congress. There's some really silly questions that were asked during this hearing. We tweeted it. You guys, if you're on this following Smooth, the Smooth 981 FM handle on Twitter, you'll be able to see the video. It's from the Guardian.
Or just searching with our hashtag.
Exactly.
You'll see it up there as well.
Or use Business Express 981 hashtag, and you'll see it as well. Gentlemen, Fisayo, we're talking about this as we came in. You were saying that yes, over tell our listeners what you told me about this hearing.
Okay, so there's been this thing about senators not understanding tech, asking stupid questions here and there, but hey, like I always say, right, it's a 10-hour interview, it's a 10-hour grilling. There will be snippets of stupid questions here and there, but again, you can't, because of maybe 2-3 minutes, maybe 1 hour of stupid questions, say the old senators are just stupid people. I think that's the bias I have, so I can't necessarily judge a 10-hour interview with 2 minutes video, with 3 minutes video. It's not right from my own part. So, and I've listened to really smart questions from some of the senators. I mean, even Max will pause. Yeah. You know, take a deep breath. Like, okay, how do I answer this question? And so just painting everybody with that same that is tech versus politics is I don't know.
It doesn't work. What do you think?
I don't think the senators are stupid at all. I agree with Fisayo there that there might be snippets of stupid questions here and there, but I think they're very methodical. They're very good at what they do. You know, and they ask those questions as a premise for other questions. And if people are patient enough, you know, this thing about social media and the internet and everybody feeling that, oh, it's an attack against us and all those things, like people should chill. And you know, where their thinking hats, I'm sorry, but you know, where their thinking hats, and sit down and look at it carefully. These people are not, some of them are career politicians, some of them have legislated, have made or supported legislation that has supported the rise of the companies like Facebook in the first instance. Now, Facebook is also a public company, so they need to be held to higher standards. They're not a private organization that can, even private organizations are called to come and, you know, and if you claim that you have 2 billion or whatever it is users, which I doubt, you know, how do you, you know, that's larger than the entire population of Africa. So they might as well open an embassy in Facebook rather than opening 54 countries in Africa at the end of the day. So
yeah, okay, I get you. Lagos, check out the video though. It's an interesting compilation with one senator asking if I email through WhatsApp will anybody see the email? And Zuckerberg is like, you can't email through WhatsApp, it's encrypted, blah blah blah. But anyway,
but they did have good questions. The basic one is, would you be happy with divulging the hotel you stayed in last night? Would you? And he had to pause because they said, listen, this is the crux of what we're coming down to, the amount of information. Exactly.
Right, the privacy issue.
I mean, when he came to Lagos, very people knew.
Yeah.
They said he was coming. Nobody knew the dates. Nobody knew anything. He just showed up. That's why everybody started running last minute to say, oh, let's quickly organize something for him and so on.
And he had to come back.
And he had to come back again to Nigeria because the government didn't know. And they were like, how can he come? Then he went to Kenya to meet the government in Kenya. And they say, you came here, you didn't do whatever it is. And then when he came again, he now wore a suit. He wasn't wearing t-shirt and jeans.
Joe's jacket.
so we need to be very practical and real about these things. These are real life issues.
They're not
going to let him go off easy.
Good stuff. All right. Uganda minister is proposing a daily SIM card fee for social media users. They're also looking at taxing people for using, let's see here, President Yoweri Museveni also revealed he's planning to introduce taxes on social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Viber, claiming that people who use these platforms are mainly for, in their own language, Lugambo, which is gossip or something. Is this? You think this can fly? The same parliament is going to debate it. It's going to be effective July 1st, after Parliament has and approved it. What do you guys think?
Okay, there is little I can say about Uganda, but again, we've had premise of European countries trying to tax revenues. We've had premise of European company calling Uber drivers employees of Uber. So I think there's just this. I don't know how to explain this, but it's not exclusive to Uganda, right?
Okay.
So when I see some of these things happening, so I can draw parallel, to similar things that happen in the UK and Europe, as examples that I just gave. So I don't know why they want to tax social media users and all of those, but again, we've seen this before and in much more developed economies. So I think they're just following the footsteps of
those other guys. Taiwo, you think gonna fly? You think
anything can fly these days? I'm not really so I think that I'm not sure whether it's gonna fly or not. I think it's the motive that we really need to question. And here again is what I say to the social media blogs who are always tweeting everything they're doing and so on and so forth, out there. I'm not saying it's not good for communication and today's modern day interaction, but when there's so much hype about things and you make it so I won't say ambiguous or whatever, I don't know what word it is, the people that don't understand, these ones, they don't really understand it. I can say these ones don't understand it. So when they don't understand something, they fear. What people don't know, they fear.
Yeah.
And the only way they can do that is say, look, you can shout all you want, we still hold the power, and then we would show you, rather than them saying, how can we leverage this? I mean, look at the case of the American president. I don't know any other person that uses Twitter the way he does.
Right.
I'm sorry, but it affects lives the way he does.
He pushed up oil prices by threatening war with Syria on Twitter. So we should be happy actually. Nigeria should be happy about that.
So I don't know what you're legislating.
Yeah.
Learn from the guy.
We do have a couple of messages very quickly. Let me jump into them. Muste sends in a couple of messages. First of all, saying Folu storming in with her energy. Hey, what's up, Muste? Abba says, I saw some of the videos on the questions as mockery talking about Mark Zuckerberg. He said they seemed witty, like asking if Mark would tell them where he slept last night was smart. For me, it's the users that have to be smart with the use of technology. He also goes on to say that I think what social media is doing is one thing. The internet has never been governed. It appears that technology is getting some governance very, very soon, he says. Still more messages up on WhatsApp. Benga Kamu says Uganda is going overboard with its clear intention to control social media. How far and how effective, we will see.
All right. So neither of you have said this thing is going to pass. Both of you have.
It probably pass. In Uganda?
Yeah.
With Museveni?
All right. So this is an article from Fisayo. So who is supporting the non-tech ecosystem? Fisayo, summarize this very pointed article of yours in Nairametrics. You guys, I'm going to tweet this article. You really have to read it. Fisayo just went all out He just went all out against the establishment.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, summarize now. That's how, I'm not even describing it.
I'm just saying that he's supporting the non-tech ecosystem. So there's this buzz around tech ecosystem. So everybody's building incubators, accelerators, VCs, early stage, seed stage, series A stage. I mean, different people across different, emerging market funds, just every system.
450,000
in Nigeria. So where are other transactions happening? It's by cash. So people are still buying things off the streets. So I'm saying that with all this support structure around technology ecosystem, I just seem to struggle to find that much support around non-tech. So who's supporting that barber? Who's supporting that hairdresser? So rather than support them, so I've seen attempts by government agencies to demolish shops to actually frustrate some of these entrepreneurship activities. I mean, Aruoture is a big entrepreneurship hub. Everywhere I've seen entrepreneurship blossom. So it doesn't have to be in Yaba, it doesn't have to be some app, So I'm just saying that there's no support structure around the non-tech ecosystem. So I just wanted people to see that again. Like there's been entrepreneurship, around non-tech ecosystem, and I think it's really large. And I think we should pay conscious attention to, and then again support it as much as possible rather than frustrate.
Also, the opening paragraph, you made the point that a startup isn't just technology. We have this thing where we're now wired to think technology when we hear startups. So startup is any business.
I run a startup. So okay, so are you selling bread? So no, because selling bread is not seen as startup.
Right.
Do people understand the importance of this, Fisayo? Because that's really what it comes down to. Because people keep supporting tech and a lot of these industries because we talk about it in the media, we talk about the importance. But how can you explain to investors or even government agencies the importance of supporting your bread seller?
Well, I think in the scheme of things, because what they're doing is not seen as the most fashionable thing, so I think, and then they're also not the most outspoken or educated set of people, so I think it's just a thing that they can take advantage of them as much as possible. I mean, I can't imagine being the governor of Abia State and then not support ABBA. I served in Abia State. ABBA is deplorable. Right. So this support around, I mean, ABBA's economy is bigger than that of Yaba.
Right.
Much more. So I'm just saying, and Onitsha is there. So these are ecosystems that are being built already. They are non-tech. So who is supporting those people? I just want people to be able to see all of that.
I think I agree. But the first thing I always say is there's no sort of thing called a tech startup, especially in Nigeria. Right. That's the truth. A startup is a startup. Now, whether you build technology solutions or you do agricultural solutions or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Nevertheless, we cannot emphasize the importance of technology in today's modern world. There's no revolution in the world, industrial revolution, that has taken place that has not taken place through the role of some kind of technology. In this day and age, that technology is the information superhighway or internet, information technology, as it were, or the internet, which is the medium for carrying that across. So, while I agree that there's nothing called a tech startup in itself, and we need to look at others there, we also need to look for ways of using technology to enhance our offerings in other sectors.
All right, good stuff. That's all the time we have. I'll tweet the article again. We'll tweet it on our Smooth FM handle so you guys can read it. Very good stuff from Fisayo. Fisayo, thank you guys so much. And let's hope Nigeria doesn't join Uganda and tax my WhatsApp and tax my Facebook. Folu?
Thank you very much. And a final message, Henry Manuel says, obviously Facebook and other tech companies must be better stewards of people's data. And I read through the EU's General Data Protection Directive and I saw subject access request where users can request to view the entire data tech that companies have on them. Are we thinking like the EU? I guess not. Coming up next, Lagos Frankly Speaking with Muyiwa Afolabi, and at 7:30, detailed newspaper analysis inside of Freshly Pressed.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1.
Thank you.